Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimati Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Iti Namine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimati Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Iti Namine Namo Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Namine Pura Karuna Swarupaya Radha Krishna Prestayate Namo Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Namine Pura Karuna Swarupaya Radha Krishna Prestayate Namaste Saraswati Deva Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavati Bhaskacyaha Desatarine Vaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Vaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, 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 Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Gauranga Gauranga, Gauranga Haribo, Nityananda Nityananda, Nityananda Haribo, 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 Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Deva Chandacharya, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Jaya, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya, Jaya, Nitai Gaur. Jaya, Jaya, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya, Jaya, Nitai Gaur. Jaya, Jaya, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya, Jaya, Nitai Gaur. Jaya, Jaya, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya, Jaya, Nitai Gaur. Gurudev, Jaya, Jaya, Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya, Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya, Jaya Gurudev. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Prishthaya Uttadeshi Mate, Shida Swarupananda, Pamam Saitinanda. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhupada Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadeva Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Bol Nitai Gaur Hare Bol
Paul
Namaste.
Bajan, thank you very much for that wonderful entry kirtan. And yeah, welcome to our Srimad Bhagavatam class. But before that, let's pay our obeisances. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa Iti Namine Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Namaste. Thank you very much, Mr. Freddy.
Namaste,
So,
namaste.
Namaste, Mr. Freddy. So, magandang gabi po, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat, wherever you are. We are going to continue our reading and discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam. I believe the first reader is Mr. Pravin. Tama ba ako?
Yes, sir.
Yes, po, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Pravin.
Good morning.
Yeah, there you go. You may read now, Mr. Pravin.
Haribol.
Haribol.
The most fortunate emperor, Maharaj Parikshit, who was entrusted with the kingdom of Hastinapur by Maharaj Yudhishthir when he desired to retire to the forest, is now ruling the world with great success due to his being glorified by the deeds of the kings of the Kuru dynasty. The prolonged sacrificial ceremonies undertaken by the sages of Naimisharanya were begun shortly after the demise of Maharaj Parikshit. The sacrifice was to continue for 1000 years, and it is understood that in the beginning, some of the contemporaries of Baladev, the elder brother of Lord Krishna, also visited the sacrificial place. According to some authorities, the present tense is also used to indicate the nearest margin of time from the past. In that sense, the present tense is applied to the reign of Maharaj Parikshit here. For a continuous fact, also, present tense can be used. The principles of Maharaj Parikshit can be still continued and human society can still be improved if there is determination by the authorities. We can still purge out from the state all activities of immorality introduced by the personality of Kali if we are determined to take action like Maharaj Parikshit. He allotted some place for Kali, but in fact, Kali could not find such places in the world at all because Maharaj Parikshit was strictly vigilant to see that there were. Can you move, please? Yeah. There were no places for gambling, drinking, prostitution, and animal slaughter. Modern administrators want to banish corruption from the state, but fools as they are, they do not know how to do it. They want to issue licenses for gambling houses, wine and other intoxicating drug houses, brothels, hotel prostitution, and cinema houses, and falsity in every dealing. Even in their own, they want at the same time to drive out corruption from the state. They want the kingdom of God without God consciousness. How can it be possible to adjust two contradictory matters? If we want to drive out corruption from the state, we must first of all organize society to accept the principles of religion, namely austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness. And to make the condition favorable, we must close all places of gambling, drinking, prostitution, and falsity. These are some of the practical lessons from the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. Haribol, shall I
Thank,
continue text
uh,
45, sir?
hold on. We'll discuss this verse and then you can read the following verse, okay?
Okay,
We'll
sir.
discuss
Thank you.
for what you read. Thank you very much, Mr. Pravin. Yeah, so with all indications here, we can learn that um, Maharaj Pariksit, even after his demise, no, because he left his body after 7 days when he was cursed, correct? After his demise, the principles of religion were still strictly followed. Were still strictly followed because that is the only way, for a peaceful society to reign. Peaceful, happy individuals, merciful individuals, etc. Like that. You cannot find that with the influence of Kali Yuga. Remember, this time when Maharaj Pariksit took over, it was already uh, the dawn, no, of Kali Yuga. It was already the dawn of Kali Yuga. In other words, it is there. It is already it is you can actually feel the influence of Kali Yuga already. Yeah, it is described here that the signs of that was that the personality of Kali was caught by the king himself, by the emperor himself, trying to, in fact, maiming the three legs of the cow, of the bull, maiming it, uh, rendering it useless. He was, the bull was standing on one leg like that. Uh, it was a sign and an indication that Kali Yuga has already uh, entered the society. Mm. So here it is described by Sutta Goswami, describing it to the sages of Naimisaranya about what happened after the demise, after the death of Maharaj Pariksit. Now, uh, society can only be totally be peaceful and um, have individuals who are happy, who are truthful, clean, merciful, like this, if they are following the uh, the religious principles. If they are not following the religious principles, you can expect society to be very, very difficult to live with, to live by, rather, to live by. Just like right now in the world, nobody is rooting for the elimination of these four signs of Kali Yuga. No, gambling. Right now, gambling is allowed by the government because they actually earn a lot of money from taxes. No, so they don't mind doing that. They allow it. They allow it in the world. In almost every city of the world, you have a casino, and people get addicted to gambling. If they don't have the casino, they have casino in the internet already. E-gambling they call it. Yeah, in the Philippines, they even added what is known as e-sabong. E-sabong. Although right now they are investigating it in the Senate because you know there were like what, how many, 40 plus sabungeros who were kidnapped and killed and thrown into the lake. That is what's going to happen. How can you expect peace in society when you have all these influences of Kali Yuga? You have prostitution. Prostitution is very much encouraged even by the government. Yeah, in Europe as well as in some parts of the United States, prostitution is legal. The prostitutes there are prostitutes legally. Dito sa Pilipinas, parang hindi pa yata yan legal. But, here in the Philippines, although it is still illegal for prostitutes to render their service, the government itself are not strict. They're not strict. They allow this to happen, especially when there is some crisis, so that people will forget about the misery, about the big problems of society. So they allow entertainment, and entertainment usually they allow prostitution. Mm. They allow animal slaughtering. Kaya nga, every city uh, in the world would have a slaughterhouse backed by the government. Backed by the government. So these these ills of society are present right now, which are backed by the government itself. So how can you expect people to live a peaceful and harmonious lifestyle? Cannot. How can you expect people to be living a truthful life, a very clean life, a merciful life, and truthful life? The politicians are the number one liars. You cannot expect them to tell the truth. So, if the leaders of society are engaged in these types of activities, the influences of Kali Yuga, if they themselves cannot control this, how can you expect them to be able to control people by stopping the ills of Kali Yuga when they themselves are engaged in it? Very difficult to do that. In fact, almost impossible. Yeah. So kawawa naman ang society, you know, very pitiful for all societies to have lived in the age of Kali Yuga, and the governments of societies are helpless. They become helpless in trying to curb and control these ills. Okay, can you continue, Mr. Pravin?
Yes, sir. Text 45. Maharaj Parikshit, the son of Abhimanyu, is so experienced that by dint of his expert administration and patronage, it has been possible for you to perform a sacrifice such as this. Purport. The Brahman and Sannyasis are expert in spiritual advancements of society, whereas the Kshatriya or administrators are expert in the material peace and prosperity of human society. Both of them are the pillars of all happiness, and therefore they are meant for full cooperation for common welfare. Maharaj Parikshit was experienced enough to drive away Kali from his field of activities and thereby make the state receptive to spiritual enlightenment. If the common people are not receptive, it is very difficult to impress upon them the necessity of spiritual enlightenment. Austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness, the basic principles of religion, prepare the ground for the reception of advancement in spiritual knowledge, and Maharaj Parikshit made this favorable condition possible. Thus, the rishis of Naimisharanya were able to perform the sacrifices for 1,000 years. In other words, without state support, no doctrine of philosophy or religious principles can progressively advance. There should be complete cooperation between the Brahman and Kshatriya for this common good. Even up to Maharaj Ashok, the same spirit was prevailing. Lord Buddha was sufficiently supported by King Ashok, and thus his particular cult of knowledge was spread all over the world. Thus, the end of Bhaktivedanta purports of the first canto, 17th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Punishment and Reward of Kali. Hari Bol, sir.
Haribol, thank you very much, Mr. Pravin. So, the sages of Naimisaranya, headed by Sutta Goswami, actually, after the demise, after the death of Maharaj Pariksit, they held a conference, and because they were Brahmanas. Most of them are Brahmanas, uh, um, and uh, and Kshatriyas. Some of them are Kshatriyas, Brahmanas, like that. They decided to continue uh, the work that Maharaj Pariksit started off, and of course the work of his grandfathers, the Pandava brothers, no, and so they decided to continue it for 1,000 years, 1,000 years. So from that time, that was like 5,000 years ago. So 1,000 years, they still continued the uh, the process of gaining spiritual enlightenment. No, uh, you will be able to actually achieve spiritual enlightenment by simply following the footsteps, no, of Maharaj Pariksit, of the great sages of Naimisaranya, yeah, headed by Sutta Goswami. Uh, Even at the time of Lord Buddha, that was like 2,500 years uh, ago, almost 3,000 years ago. Um, Maharaj Asok, yeah, uh, still strictly followed the principles of religion. These principles of religion, no, namely cleanliness, truthfulness, um, mercy, no, and an infant fort. Hmm. Truthfulness. These godly qualities were strictly followed by even after the death of Maharaj Pariksit. Imagine that, you know, and they did that for 1,000 years more. It's good that the sages of Naimisaranya, some of them um, started started it, and they had their own like parampara system, um, and because of that, you know, the brahmanas and the sannyasis, they worked together and established, even at the onset of Kali Yuga, the basic principles of religion. We are very lucky because that 1,000 years have already have already have already has already gone. Tapos na po yun. Okay? It has already expired. But then how come there are still some people who are practicing spiritual life or spiritual enlightenment? Yeah, it is because of the parampara system. The parampara system. That's why we are very lucky and fortunate that even in this age, in this day and age, 5,000 years later, yeah, 5,000 years later, we still have very genuine teachings of Lord Krishna, yeah, the teachings of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the Puranyas, the Bhagavad Puranyas, Srimad Bhagavatam, very, very much intact by the mercy of great uh, spiritual masters. They are continuing the legacy of the the Pandavas before them. All right, and of course they they follow strictly the tenets of the parampara system, from Lord Brahma to Narada to Srila Vyasadeva, okay, to Srila Vyasadeva, uh, and then Srila Vyasadeva uh, to Maharaj Pariksit, the Maharaj Pariksit, all the way down, no? Madhva Acharya, Madhavendra Puri, Isvara Puri, Madhva Acharya, also with Ramanujacharya, okay? and then all the way down to Isvarapuri, the spiritual master of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then uh, you have Lord Nityananda, and then the six Goswamis, then all the way down to uh, our our mga lolo natin na spiritual masters, beginning from Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Gaura Kishore Das Babaji, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and now the Chaitya Guru, the living spiritual master that we have in this world right now is our dearmost Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa. Okay, so that's why this knowledge is unbroken. Hindi po siya broken. It is unbroken. That's why anybody who gets in contact with the line of disciplic succession is sure to be graduating after their body's death. They will surely be graduating from the material existence. How is it possible? It is possible because of the mercy of our Gurudev. Because of the mercy of our Gurudev, we were able to actually have the spiritual strength needed, spiritual strength needed so that we can have internal relationship with Krishna. Because the Vaishnava devotees have surrendered their lives to Krishna. Krishna takes good care of them. Even in the most dire situations, no, pinakamahirap na sitwasyon dito sa mundo, the devotee of Krishna tolerates it. He tolerates all the the suffering, the pain, and the frustrations, etc. He doesn't mind it at all. He just continue on his a spiritual journey. That's why it is described that because devotees of Krishna are using their body in the service of Krishna, they're using their body in the service of Krishna. Their body now becomes spiritualized. So you can be in this world having a material body, being in the material world, associating with karmis and non-devotees and materialists around you, and yet you're able to actually transcend the material cycle of birth and death. Why? Because of your internal eternal relationship with Krishna. You understand very well that you are not the servant of Maya, but you are the servant of Krishna. You are the servant of Gurudev. And therefore, all your activities, your mind, your intelligence, your body, your senses, are all 101% fixed in the service of Krishna, in trying to satisfy the senses of Krishna. And therefore, you may be here in the material world, but you're actually from the spiritual world. So the question is, sir, is it possible to be spiritually enlightened even if you're still in the material world? Yes. That's what devotees does actually. They become spiritually enlightened in this lifetime. even though they still are inside a particular human body, material body. Yeah. Despite that, they are living in the spiritual world. So that's why we must always pray, because it is easier said than done. It is easier said than done. Um, we may be devotees, Vaishnava devotees, but every now and then we fall down. We fall down. Maya pulls us down like this. Yeah. So depending on our advancement in spiritual life, ganon din yung the protection that Krishna is giving us is tantamount to our surrender to Him. In other words, if we are 100% surrender to Krishna, His protection to us is 100%. If our surrender to Krishna is simply 80%, 80% lang din ang ano niya, our protection to Krishna. If we're surrendered to Krishna 20% only, okay, we do not expect Krishna to protect us 90% or 100%. He will protect us 20% lang din. Why? Why is that? Because Krishna is very kind and compassionate. He respects our freedom. Freedom mo yun eh. Ayaw mo mag-surrender, gusto mo 20% lang eh. You're still in this illusion that maybe that 80% I can still venture on material activity and material sensual gratification and sensual pleasures, searching for material pleasures like this. Gamitin ko yung 80% na yan, and you still expect that it can make me happy. No matter how you try to enjoy sensual pleasures in the material world, you will always remain unfulfilled. You will always remain empty. That is the reality of the situation. That's why this spiritual life is scientific. Science po ito eh. When we do this, we expect the result to be this. When we do this, we expect the results to be this. When we do this, we expect the results to be this. Because that is very scientific. That's why in the Bible it is described, no one can serve the Lord and mammon at the same time. Either one serves the Lord and despise mammon, or one serves mammon and despise the Lord. Hindi mo pwedeng dalawa yan sabay. You cannot. It's either you serve Krishna or you serve Maya. But don't lose faith, because in spiritual life, Shraddha is very important. No, firm faith is very important. So there are times in our life as Vaishnava devotees, sometimes we fall down. So don't lose hope. Just continue chanting, because the chanting can actually, that is the process to purify us. The very reason why we fell down is because of our impurities, because of our very impure thoughts and senses and mind. Pero the process is still Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. So we just continue to chant, continue to chant like this. And then always asking forgiveness from Krishna. Huwag kayong mahiya kay Krishna. Because Krishna will not say, ilang beses ka na ba how many times have you asked forgiveness from me? I cannot count anymore. Maybe 10,000 times, 100,000 times. Huwag po tayo mahiya kay Krishna. But it doesn't also give us the license na Sige, I'll just enjoy my senses now, and then tomorrow I'll just cry down tears of repentance from Krishna, and then Krishna will forgive me. No, Krishna knows our heart of hearts. Dapat, when we do that, we have to do that with full sincerity in our hearts. That is the love that Krishna has for us. He loves us unconditionally. So pag nagkamali man tayo, nalaglag tayo, whatever, we slip down, just try to go up again, stand up again, and continue your journey of devotional service. Yun lang po talaga yun. There is no other way. The process is given to us by Lord Chaitanya. We simply have to follow that process of Sravanam Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, remembrance of Krishna, always remembering Him. We shall continue our reading on Wednesday. We will now be in Canto 2 na, no? Tama ba ako? We have done Canto 1.
Haribol, sir, still Canto 1, Chapter 18.
Ha? Teka. Nag-ano na yan nag-end na yun Nag-end na yung binasa ni thus end the Bhaktivedanta purpose of the first canto. 17. 8. Meron pa palang 18. Okay. Okay, chapter 18. Maharaj was cursed by a Brahmana boy. All right. So we will go on to that. So sa canto 1 pa rin tayo actually. Canto 1 pa din. So on Wednesday we will read this beautiful pastimes, no, in Srimad Bhagavatam. Do you have any questions? May questions po kayo? Hmm. Hare Krishna. No questions? Okay, sino ba yung nagkirtan kanina? Si Bhajan Dasi, no? Why don't we ask, Elinet. Elinet, can you do the exit kirtan?
Haribol, namaste. Yes po, Haribol.
Haribol, Elinet, namaste.
Enable original sound. Krishna Krishna. Krishna. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Sita Swarupananda Paramahamsa Namine Ora Karuna Swarupaya Radha Krishna Vistaya Te Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadara, Shri Vasudeva Lord, Vrinda, Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadara. Haribo, Taigo, Nitaigo, Haribo. Haribo, Nitaigo, 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 Haribo. Haribo, Nitaigo, Nitaigo, Haribo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Gopala, 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 Radhe Radhe, Radhe Govinda, Radhe 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 Gopala. Hari Bol Nitai Go Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Hari Bol Nitai Gaur 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 Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Siddha Swarup. Ananda Paramahamsa. Jaya Jaya Siddha Swarup. Ananda Paramahamsa. Jaya Jaya Siddha Swarup. Nanda Paramahamsa. Jaya Jaya Siddha Swarup. Ananda Paramahamsa. Haribol, salamat po kay Gurudev.
Thank you very much, Elinet, and your family for the exit kirtan. Maraming salamat to Majandasi also for your entry kirtan naman. Maraming salamat sa ating mga admins, Rhea and Mr. Freddie Merck, my good friend.
Maraming salamat po sa inyo, Mr. RSD at mga kaharibol.
Thank you, Fred, as always. Yeah, I'd like to thank Janner for the simulcast and for the assist co-hosting this class, as well as those who read the verses, and to all the participants. Everyone, please accept my most respectful obeisances unto you all. Thank you very much. Rhea, ikaw na.
Thank you very much din po, Sir Radha.
Haribol.
And thank you, Ma'am Bajandasi and Ma'am Elinet for the kirtan, and Sir Pravin for reading, Sir George for co-hosting. Haribol, namaste to everyone. Jaya Gurudev.
Haribol, thank you po. Maraming salamat. Haribol. Hare
Ingat
Krishna.
po kayo lahat.
Haribol.
Ingat kayo. Haribol.
Haribol.
Take good care of
Haribol,
yourselves.
namaste.
Haribol, Ma'am
Namaste,
Shani.
Shani.
Salamat.
Maraming salamat.
Signing on po. Haribol. Good night, everyone.
Haribol.
Night.